Sarah was born into a poor family in a small village by the river. Her family didn't own much land and relied on a small rice field to get by. From a young age, Sarah was used to hard work. During summer days, she would follow her parents to the fields, carry water, gather vegetables, and help with household chores. Despite the challenges, Sarah always smiled. Unlike other children who often complained about work, Sarah's optimism stood out. When her friends asked why she seemed so cheerful, she replied with a gentle smile. "If I smile, the work feels lighter. If I complain, the work stays the same, but I'll feel even more tired." Her simple answer amazed everyone. Life, already tough, soon became even harsher. One year, heavy rains poured down for an entire month, causing floods that engulfed the village. The family's only rice field was washed away and their small house was severely damaged. The family had to move into a temporary hut built on a high mound of land. Neighbors were gloomy and many were hopeless, but Sarah remained calm. The day after the floodwaters receded, she and her parents began cleaning up immediately. She encouraged her parents, saying, "We're alive and healthy. Losing the field is hard, but we can rebuild. As long as we're together as a family, that's what matters most." Sarah's words didn't just lift her parents' spirits, they inspired the neighbors too. Everyone admired the determination of the young girl. Just as life was starting to stabilize, another hardship struck. Sarah's mother fell seriously ill and needed urgent surgery. The family scraped together all their savings, but it wasn't enough. Facing the difficult situation, Sarah decided to sell their remaining piece of land to pay for her mother's treatment. The neighbors called her reckless, saying the family wouldn't survive without their land. But Sarah calmly replied, "We can buy land again, but if we lose my mother, she's gone forever." Though it was painful, Sarah stood firm in her decision. The surgery was successful, and her mother recovered, but the family was left with nothing. Sarah began working tirelessly, taking on any job she could find, carrying water, weaving baskets, and farming for wealthier families in the village. During those difficult days, Sarah never complained about her fate. She often reminded herself, "If I let myself sink into sadness, everything will get worse. But if I keep trying, there's always a chance to change things." Every morning, Sarah would wake up early to carry water for neighbors. In the afternoon, she wove baskets. Though simple, Sarah's baskets were sturdy and beautiful, earning her appreciation and income to help her family gradually pay off debts and afford food. The villagers began calling Sarah the girl of hope. Anyone facing challenges would come to her for encouragement and to see her ever-present smile. Years later, on an autumn day, Sarah's old friend Emma returned to the village. Emma, who had left long ago for the city, was now a successful businesswoman with a big house and an expensive car. When she met Sarah, Emma was surprised by the radiant smile of her friend despite her modest and challenging life. Emma asked, "Your life is so hard. How do you stay so positive?" Sarah smiled and replied, "Happiness isn't about waiting for everything to be perfect. I believe that if we cherish what we have and are grateful for each day, even hardships can be part of happiness." Emma was thoughtful for a long time. After her visit, she realized she had missed so many precious things. Despite her wealth, Emma often felt empty because she had never truly appreciated what she had. Sarah's story spread across the village and beyond. People who heard it realized that happiness doesn't come from having everything, but from how we view and approach life. No matter how big the challenges are, as long as we keep a positive mindset, we can overcome them. Happiness doesn't depend on external circumstances, but on how you perceive them. In today's fast-paced world, many people lose their happiness because they're always waiting for the perfect conditions. Yet sometimes happiness is as simple as enjoying a cup of tea, watching the sunset, or spending time with loved ones. Like rain that nourishes plants to grow, challenges help us become stronger. Instead of avoiding difficulties, we should face them and turn them into opportunities to grow. In reality, rather than worrying or being sad, think of each challenge as a lesson that helps you become a better version of yourself. We often chase distant happiness and forget the value of the present. Be grateful for every meal, every moment with family, and every sunrise. These seemingly small things are the true source of happiness.